somewhere in there, you must have decided that the best way to have a publishing expert work on your book was to become a publishing expert yourself. So how did hopeful happenings come about? When did that start?
It's really interesting. You wouldn't think it now because you have seen me on YouTube and you've seen me maybe on Instagram, so you know that I'm like really out there. But before, I was actually like, what's the word? A recluse? I don't know. I was really not involved on the internet at all. After I got married, I cut off all of my social profiles and we went traveling and I wrote books. Like I graduated. All of that happened without any Facebook, Instagram. I think there was something else going on. I can't even remember. There was other profiles. Snapchat? Oh yeah, I missed Snapchat. I never even knew what that was.
That must have been a very peaceful and productive time in your life.
Yeah, it was kind of just like, I want to be in a bubble. And then when I started really thinking about publishing, I talked to someone actually who had published a book, and she kind of gave me a little insider look into what it's like and gave me some references to look up. And one thing that really stuck with me was that this is not going to be something that I can do any longer. If I want to be successful, I need to put myself out there and I need to start branding myself as an author, even before I have a book ready. So I did that a little bit on my own on Instagram, and then it wasn't too long after that I went like full force into YouTube and Instagram, and I even got a Twitter. Like I just was like, I'm gonna do this, and it evolved, but I was really, really happy to just meet new people in the writing community, and I was so surprised at how supportive the writing community was. I didn't even know it existed until I jumped into it, and then it was like, wow, these people are doing what I'm doing, or they're a step behind so I can help them, or they're a step ahead so I can learn from them. And I just loved meeting new people, authors, people who love books, bookstagrammers. It was really cool to just get involved in that community.
Were you a drama kid in school? Did you have AV club experience?
No, not really. I mean, I did musical theater one time, and I like to sing, so I've been in like choirs, but yeah, I'm not really a drama kid. I feel like I'm an introvert unless I choose not to be, and then I'm very open. But if I have the choice of like going to a party or staying home and watching a movie, I'll usually stay home and watch a movie.
Fair enough. I think most of the writers listening can probably identify. So why, of all the things you could have done, what made you gravitate toward YouTube?
Well, at the beginning, I didn't know about YouTubers, so I was first discovering what they were. I really liked some of the things that they were doing, and then I actually decided I wanted to do it, but I wasn't sure if it was the right move. So I actually prayed about it, because I'm Christian, so that's something that I believed in, and I just prayed to see if I would feel any different, and I got like a warm feeling in my chest that, this was good. I should go ahead with it if I wanted to. So that's what I did. I felt like this is something that could really help me, and surprisingly, at the time, I had only a couple videos out, but an agent found one of my videos, and I'm telling you, like, there was not hardly any views on this video, like maybe 10. An agent found the video and he contacted me, and we actually ended up working together. So he actually represented me later on. So that was a really cool blessing, because I learned a lot from working with him and getting into that industry with an agent, and also just like all the work that went into it. So I did learn a lot. We did end up parting ways, but I'm really happy that I got to be represented by him at some point. So that was one like immediate blessing of starting YouTube. And then I also just really liked working with different people and meeting them. And I got feedback from people watching how much this was helping them. So that's why I decided to keep going and just keep making more.
That's got to make things easier when you have that assurance, when you feel that God is leading you to use this platform. Plus, you get immediate feedback like that signals that, yes, everything's going well. Does that take some of the nervousness out of having not been a drama person? I don't know if you've been comfortable speaking in front of people all your life, or is this just something that you just decided, nope, now is the time and I want to do it?
It was kind of a mixture of a couple things. I had not had experience. I had not a ton of experience speaking in front of people. I was not a drama kid, but I did take a class actually in college that was all about public speaking. And I read the textbook for the class was a book about how to write a speech essentially. And from that, I really think that's where it started. I kind of realized, I guess I'm like the learner that like needs to read things and see things laid out for me. So when I saw that there was like a formula to creating an engaging speech, that's when I was really happy to just go in and test it out on YouTube. And I felt like I've moved it around a little bit, but I felt a lot more comfortable diving in with that structure behind me. And that was just a college class I took.
So, okay. So you get on YouTube, you realize people are watching you, and that's fine. It's comfortable. I try to mostly forget that anybody would possibly be watching this, and when I see traffic numbers, I would la la la. I didn't see that because it's better. It's just you and me, and we don't worry about anybody that might be watching. It's just our conversation. But you had to notice when you've got videos with 7,000 plus views. And other things. At any point, does that make you nervous, or do you have an assurance that no, this is exactly what I intended to happen, or had hoped would happen when I started this, and I felt was likely to happen? So wonderful. Or was there a moment of, oh no, why are so many people suddenly paying attention?
At the beginning, I think it was a little more nerve-wracking, like, oh gosh, someone's actually watching this. But I was really excited about it because I really did want to create a channel that was a place for knowledge and to share the things that I've learned and also to meet new people. So the more people that were watching, I just felt like it was working, and this is what I wanted. I wanted to meet people. And so yeah, it actually gets me really excited to meet new people and see that people are interested. And I do take note to what they say. Sometimes people will ask for specific videos to be made, so I can give them that, or if I've already done a video about it, I can lead them towards what I've already done, or give them a short summary of what their question is. And I forget what I'm saying, but it was, yeah, I like it. I really like meeting new people, and I like seeing that there's traffic because that means that it is helping them. And if there was a video that had a lot of views, then I know, okay, people are interested in this subject more so than this other video. So I'm going to do more of what's working. And a lot of that has been picture books and plot structure kind of videos that I found people are really interested in those. So I like to make more of those because I know that people like it and they're learning from it, which is what I wanted.
Obviously, the agent watches your video and reaches out. That's tremendous. When do you start? How long does it take you regularly posting before you start to see that your audience is growing substantially? Does it happen like over the course of a year? Does it take a little bit longer than that? How long does it take you to grow your audience?
I do think that YouTube is slower than some of the other social platforms. So it's kind of like a slow and steady race, but I also have found that the subscriptions just gently go up, or there might even be a part where they kind of exponentially go up, but they don't go down as much as some other things. Like Instagram is a lot more flaky. You'll be unfollowed and followed constantly, whereas YouTube, it just slowly goes up and up. That's what I've found. So it's slower. You'll have results in a longer period of time, and it's different for different authors, but I found like around a year, I think, is when it started paying off. But yeah, it's nice that it's not so fickle. I can usually count on it continuing to reach new people every day.
So when you sat down, you figured, okay, well, I'm going to do videos about writing because I want to learn about writing, and that's going to be very useful. When do you decide the format? Is it just I'm going to do speeches and I'm watching, and those videos do a little bit better? Are you writing scripts? When you get in the mode and you start making the regular videos that are available and are popular, what does that look like? How much preparation goes into those videos?
Yeah, that's a great question. I usually will write some sort of script, and it will come from maybe discussions I've had with people online about what they're looking for, or questions that they've had. I also write things about questions that I've had that I know someone else is going to need this information too, because I had trouble with it, so I know someone else will. So I will sit down and I will do research. I will gather quotes. I will create like a hook and some bullet points. I'm not usually writing word for word what I'll say, but I do have like a rough draft of what I want to say, and then find a day to film, and I'll teach it. And I usually do a lot of retakes, so my videos are like cut up a lot because I have so many times where I'm just like, what was I gonna say again? Or like a baby starts crying. So it does require a lot of editing, but I do always start with that script and that base to make sure I know that I'm not rambling on camera like I am now.
That's okay. Esteemed audience has come to expect a fair amount of rambling. It's one of the cornerstones of the show. When you start this year, you've got one baby or no babies?
Could you repeat that?
Yeah, when you started YouTube, did you have one baby or no babies?
When I started YouTube, I had one baby, and now I have 3.
That's got to make a difference in your video production schedule. How much time you've got? Plus now you're writing novels the whole time, and there has to be just a tremendous amount of research that goes into every one of these videos because you're presenting a lot of information compressed into a short time. So how did your schedule look like to manage all of that?
It has definitely changed. It was a lot easier when I only had one baby because I could do it while he was sleeping. Then with my second baby, I kind of had to find a time when my toddler could be engaged or sleeping. And then you might even see in some of my videos that I am holding a baby while I'm talking. She's like on my lap, and you might see like the top of her head because I usually don't like to show her face, but you might see a little baby head in there because what can you do if they wake up and you need to film? But with a third, it's been a little bit more difficult, and so that plus COVID and being stuck at home, I have not sent something out too recently, but I am excited to jump back in now that the book launch for Sea of Kings is over and I can focus more on videos that I love making.